venti is large.
No, venti is 20.
Danny.
Yeah. Large is large. In fact, tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
Honey, that's great coffee. It's
Smell good ground coffee.
Okay, buddy, what do you think of Wilkins coffee? I never tasted it. Now, what do you think of Wilkins?
All right, let me get the logo off. I added that this morning. I haven't slept yet, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to stay up and start the show. We have Martin in the back. I'm going to bring him forward. He's going to hang out a little bit. And then, of course, our good friend Dork Knightley is here. Boo, Dork Knightley.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Apparently, I'm wearing a tablecloth for a shirt today. I just realized that.
You look like you're on a Roy Rogers episode. That was what they'd have. That one guy that worked on the ranch. He's always wearing these plaid shirts. And I just thought it was so funny. Like, really, they look like stripes, like a tablecloth.
Yeah.
But it's a nice looking shirt. I like it.
Gracias.
I'm going to turn to the chat, see what's going on over here. I want to say hi to everybody. I think this is wonderful. This is my writing partner, Joe Zeitz. We have worked on 2 stories together and currently working on a story together. Joe is a very good friend of mine. He's a Marine veteran. It's one of the reasons I think we get along so damn well and write well together, because we both come from the same approach of being veterans. Our humor, we have gallows humor, very, very patriotic, but also very cynical. But I want to thank Joe for becoming a member of our channel. I hope he joins us in the chat. I'm going to message him here shortly just to make sure. Good morning, Das Wolfen. How are you, my friend?
Das Wolfen just said something funny. All right.
That's that pop culture guy. I can't stand him. More crap from his mouth. Das Wolfen, Das Wolfen. Yes, if you didn't notice, I shared the link right here. That is to the Gerry Anderson collection DVD Blu-rays, and you can actually get it straight from Gerry Anderson, the Stingray Blu-ray set. Very cool shit, man. Thanks for reminding me about that today, John. Gap Stargate, good morning to you. Let's see. Arwen is here. Hello, Arwen. Yeah, I should have you on here so I can mock your cackling, because you cackle. I love you, Arwen. Let's see. Any new messages? D-Bud Martin is here. Good morning. Anybody else joining so far? Parrot Head is here. What is up, Parrot Head? Oh, shit. Look at that. Joe Zeitz is here. Good morning, Joe. Hey, if you want to come on the show, man, let me know. Oh, I can't come on the show today. I'm working the ranch for animals. He runs a ranch. He has a ranch.
Oh,
out in Old Cali. He's a California boy.
Yeah, I did a remote from a ranch once.
Greetings, Highlander. Real Wade Nation is here. How are you doing, my friend? War Monkey. 2 of my favorite monkeys might be here today. For right now, we have at least one of them, War Monkey. Let's see, Dork Knight's lumberjack. He's all right. He sleeps all night. Yeah, Dork Knight's lumberjack, and he's okay. He sleeps all night. He works all day. It's Monty Python classic.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anybody else showing a shit? Nope. Everybody is here. That is here. Very good. Chat is now under the control of Martine. Now that I've done my good mornings, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of one of the comic pages I'm working on.
Good morning.
This is a rough pencils right now, but here we go. Share screen. This is one of the comics that will be finished hopefully by summer next year. It's a graphic novel. It's not a comic. It's a full-fledged graphic novel. And on this book, I'm actually going a whole new way. Normally, I like using models. I'm actually freehand drawing all the characters and all the panels in this book. So it's going to be very interesting. And so there it is. It's the very beginning rough sketches. The initial rough sketch is this guy here. And I will... well, I'll beef it up. You can see how rough it was. And then I refine the rough sketch like this. And then I will clean that up with the final pencils. It takes me 3 passes to get my finished pencils. So, hey, Chris is here. What's up, buddy? And that's all I'm going to share that. I'm done sharing that. I can't share anymore. I got to tell you, I'm not hating Obi-Wan as much as I should. I'm not. And I'm also going to stand up and say, I'm not hating Strange New Worlds as much as I initially did on that first fucking episode. I'm finding that I feel like I'm afraid to build my hope up that they're going to get their footing, because I don't think they can. I think Akiva Goldsman is a fucking idiot, and he's going to go. He gets the fucking square peg in the square hole, and then all of a sudden he's like all over the place. Wrong hole. Wrong.
Did you? You've seen this most recent episode, right? Spock and Muck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the last 2 episodes. I had some issues with them, but overall, I enjoyed them.
Don't feel bad saying that, brother. Don't feel bad.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm betraying.
Embrace it. Embrace
my
it.
friends in the Star Trek community.
Oh, dude, I know we're getting called shills over at the Salty Nerd every Saturday. It's
Well, you guys are shields. Come on.
No. It's actually, I'm pretty sure it's given Vader an existential crisis because he doesn't. I don't know if you saw his tweet.
I frustrate him so much because we love each other. Okay, he and I love each other, but it really frustrates us because we're so similar that all of a sudden we're like just oil and water, just not meshing with Star Trek. But the fact is, as much, and I'm going to be very critical of these shows for some of the shit they're doing. And I'm going to be very critical of some of the stupid shit on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Look, they can't decide which canon they're going to adhere to and what canon they're not. And I'm like, if you're not going to adhere to some canon, then pretend that Obi-Wan didn't realize that Vader was Anakin. And there's a fucking mystery for him to go investigate. But no, they're not ignoring that. Instead, they're ignoring like Leia. And they get twice now. 2 people have called him Obi-Wan right in front of her.
Yeah.
I prefer to go by Ben these days.
Damn,
like,
Arwen.
Come on, man. It drives me crazy. But I'm going to be shitting on Obi-Wan today with some of their 3 major failures in logic in their writing. And you really need to write better than this.
Only 3.
And once again, Arwen, I agree with you. I don't completely hate it because there are parts of it I enjoy the acting in it for the most part. I cannot stand the Reva character at all. Has nothing to do with her color. It has to do with the fact that I don't think she can fucking act. She's terrible. I also am not really enjoying Leia because I think the kid for the shit. So I'm terrified of Luke when we finally meet Luke. So,
well,
but anyway,
I stopped. Like I didn't watch episode 3. I watched Kadish's review of it. I watched Dan Murrell's review, and I watched this other guy's review, whose name is eluding me right now. And I'm glad I haven't watched it. You know, and a bunch of my friends. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, I'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for dropping in, man. If you get a break when you're done, either one, just stop by. To watch Obi-Wan character is only as smart as who writes them.
Yeah.
And I saw the 3 names that wrote the script, and I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, but I mean, I know enough to talk about it with you guys today, and I saw a couple clips, but unless, like I said, I had a meltdown last Saturday. I'm glad you didn't see it, because it was bad.
Well, the funny thing is the problems I have with both Star Trek and Star Wars is the same problem, which is why I find it funny that you and Matt like one and don't like the other, and I'm like, they're both dumb in exactly the same way, and they're both good in exactly the same way. They're echoes of each other. Trying to make sure I'm not missing. Hi, PJO. Hex. Oh shit! I missed. Hex Allen Comics is here. What's up? She's just not a very good character. It's not written well. 1, not written well. 2, not acted well.
Oh, and oh my God, her redemption turn in just 6 short episodes is so telegraphed right now.
It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I'm just really fucking annoyed at the whole fucking show. But there are things in it that I do enjoy. But today I'm going to be talking about some shit that annoys me. So let me go find the video, share video file. Go to my video folder, videos. Let's see, where did I put it? Oh, did I put it in a PCM? Christ, God only knows where I put things. So, what are your thoughts so far? Did you watch the 3rd episode?
Yeah, I did.
Your thoughts on it, Martin?
Boring. Unnecessary. It didn't move anything. Everyone started and ended the same way. You can remove it, and the storytelling remains untouched. It has no justification to be. And
Right.
to be honest, I'm really tired of coward Obi-Wan. I mean, it's 50% of the show now.
Well, I don't think he's
And
a coward. I think that he is.
no, I understand
and he's not afraid of the things around him. Like in this episode, I pointed out
he's afraid of Vader.
No, he's not. He's ill prepared, and he knows he's ill prepared. He's out of practice. It's been 10 years since he's used the Force. So and he recognizes the power through the Force and him. And when he runs from him in the episode, I took that really as just being trying to buy time for them to escape.
Look what Arwen is saying. I am 100% behind that statement.
Yeah, and that's what everybody's been saying. So here, I changed. See, this is how you do a prequel. This movie made A New Hope a better movie. You understand the last 2 minutes of that movie. You understand why Vader's so pissed off, and he knows Princess Leia's lying to him, and it builds on that. It doesn't create any canon issues. Like the first 2, I did watch the first 2 episodes, and in the analogy I made was they're going to do to Obi-Wan what they did to Picard with Star Trek Picard, and I don't want to see it. It's not along for the ride. People can show me the cool clips and stuff like that, and sure, I saw a couple cool looking screenshots, but from like what Arwen just said and from what I've heard, just totally pointless. Like you should watch Kadish's like less than 3-minute review of Obi-Wan's episode 3. It's so funny.
Yeah. But echoing you and Arwen, I don't hate the show, but I don't love the show.
Hold on, I'm going to pause it here. Mute it. I'm going to break out here my little notes. I wrote notes because I was so fucking annoyed. I wrote these at 4 o'clock in the morning because once again, I have not slept.
I'm gonna wait to bring this up.
What's that?
And the overlay of the video interrupt this, and I like this. I like this comment of that word.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
Yeah, but now that line doesn't really make any sense based off of yesterday's episode.
No, it makes sense.
No, it
but
doesn't.
It's Wake.
I explained again that he is
Wait,
an
no,
apprentice still.
What's a
What doesn't
Palpatine?
make sense is that while he is still serving under the Emperor, he's an apprentice. So he can't call himself a master. George Lucas created conundrums within Star Wars himself. It's problematic dialogue. Oh wait, what was that? I was reading that. What was it? I would differ. It doesn't.
It doesn't break canon.
And
Just
remover episode 4 scene.
just weakens it.
So what we have, in this scene, is just one of the fundamental scenes that really annoys me. So let me see if I have this. Yeah, let's just watch this because really in this scene, I'm not bothered by much until a certain moment. And then immediately the logic alarms start going off. So, we see him, this scene and nothing interesting here. They get stopped. They're sitting here and he's like, hey, go check them out, blah, blah, blah. I think they might be the people you're looking for. And so they move ahead and he realizes shit's about to happen. Now, ironically, they're in a desert climate and they should have been covered anyway. Do they got like SPF there on that planet?
Yeah, the midichlorians in his blood act as a natural
is that what it
SPF.
is?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
And
Oh,
Leia
this is
has
the-
them too because she
this
becomes a Jedi later, and in the books too. So
I saw something funny about this particular scene. I guess there's a part where instead of just going around, which you can clearly do.
I'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Sorry.
fucking
I
get to
told
it.
you I haven't. I don't. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's fucking ridiculous. So it's like, okay, run back out here. Hey, come on out of there, mister. Well, I don't do anything. Yeah, get the fuck out of the van, motherfucker. Hey, I need backup here. And so
is that the equivalent of a bumper
it's
sticker?
he's following police procedure here.
Yeah.
No, the thing.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Yeah, we got a vehicle here. This might be a code 23. Can I get backup on this? I think he uses code 23. And I mean, it's not a real police car. So here comes the probe droid. Okay. So we get the probe droid coming up, and it's like, oh, well, this shit's getting serious.
Oh, yeah, from like Empire. One of those
And
guys.
the biggest mistake we see is about to happen. Now, those two guys have their weapons trained on him and their eyes on him, right?
Mm.
Yeah, but they're stormtroopers. They can't hit anything. Come on now.
No,
That's
that's not the point.
Okay.
That's not the point.
I haven't seen
Probe
this yet. My
droid
bad.
comes
Sorry.
up. Probe droid's going to fucking identify him. Here we go. And then they do this cutaway right there. They just shot him.
Yeah.
Or tried to. They can see him doing this. He's doing it in the open.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
out in the fucking open. They should have had him just quick draw. It's fucking stupid. We already saw when he was climbing out of the vehicle that he pushed his robe aside to show that he's got his blaster unlocked. We already saw that. So they didn't need to do this. It was really fucking stupid because they are looking right at him. And then we get past this scene. Now, I'm going to point out, he takes out, let's just watch this. Takes out the probe droid. You ready? Boom. Takes that out.
Yeah.
Okay, and they both have guns at him still. Like
They
that
duck from the
yeah.
explosion. He takes out the first stormtrooper, knocking the other one, kills that one. Shoots that one. This is officially 5 stormtroopers he just took out. All right.
I still
That
now that
quickly.
you pointed that out, those two, like before he even shot the probe, they should have taken him out. Those two that was
Yeah.
Well,
Now here comes the 6th trooper. Now, oh wait, no, this is the 5th trooper. I'm sorry, this is the 5th trooper.
Oh, damn!
That was nifty.
Wow,
All of this was kind of cool.
That's a good pause.
Now,
there.
I'm going to point out again. What did he do just there? He stepped out from behind the vehicle with this mole dude called Flick or some shit like
Freck.
that. Hold on. I think I wrote the name down. Flick.
Freck.
Frick. His name is Frick. Okay.
Yeah, Freck.
Frickety frack, frickety frack.
Right. So this is the 5th stormtrooper. So get ready for it. Oh wait, I want to go back a little bit and watch that again.
Oh, that looks
Because
I can't believe
again,
that's Star Wars.
he look how he hides behind this mole guy for cover. Okay, watch this again. This is how you do it. Okay, now we're going to see another stormtrooper pop out from the back of the vehicle. Oof. Nifty cut in half, knock out the mole man, and here we go.
Yeah.
Now, instead of picking this girl up and holding her up to protect his vital organs and brain,
Yeah,
he's holding her to the ground. And worse than that, already Obi-Wan's like, "Hey, man, hey," and the guy, look how fucking open he is. And worse than that, he's not even aiming at her. He's aiming over here in the ground somewhere.
Since they stopped using clones, I guess they don't make them take IQ tests to join.
It's just this is really just stupid. And of course, it would be nifty if he had picked her up and then still pulled this off, holding her hostage. But in the position he is, the weapon should be pointed at Obi-Wan, to be honest with you, because he's the one with the weapon. Threatening to kill her is nothing without being protected by her.
It's not even pointed at her. If you pull the trigger right now,
no, it's aimed at the ground. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's so badly done. But he gets him. It's a cool shot. I'm cool with this. She runs to him. Also, I did want to point out that just before he squeezes the trigger, she knows what's coming. And watch what she does. Closes her eyes. I thought that was neat. It was a nice add-in. Deborah Chow did some good work here and then becomes completely incapable of intelligence. Because as we can see, this fence, you can go up around it at any point.
I saw this all over
you can
Twitter.
Go around the building that they're in, go around that. You can go up that hill and go around, or you can just climb over the device itself. So I don't understand this at all. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it's completely moronic.
Somebody was raging about it.
As a kid, I spotted shit like this.
Yeah,
well, it's written for kids. I wasn't that fucking smart as a kid, and I would have found that fucking dumb as a kid.
Yeah.
That makes sense if they're going to use the vehicle. But
now, right here, I got to stop. Okay, once again, look at all that room around that gate.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what the dude that was raging like this.
They should have never shown this shot because it makes him look really stupid.
Yeah.
He just killed 6 stormtroopers and a motherfucking probe droid, which is really fucking dangerous. Remember, fucking Han and Chewie had to fucking split up to fucking destroy it. Mm-hmm. Okay? Jesus Christ. And now we see this transport approach with 3 fucking troopers in it. 3 motherfucking troopers. That's all that's in this troop. And he's got the drop on them. They're behind a wall right now.
This is more fun than watching the actual episode.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and heads
These guys are easy pickings.
with heads so nicely popping up.
I know, right? Does
Just
he
fucking nail them.
he headshot him? Is he
But
like,
oh no.
Yeah.
This is where you get what's referred to as Deus ex machina,
Yeah.
where you force the scene to go a specific way in order to have something happen.
Mhm.
And they could have done it so much smarter. In this scene, they could have had another 6 guys in there, not have him do what he's about to do. She comes out. They should be yelling him, drop your weapon, drop your weapon. She comes up behind him and the Imperial officer. And then what happens with both of them doing what they do. But instead, they do this stupid shit where 3 stormtroopers suddenly are too many for Obi-Wan to handle. They come out. Oh, look at them. Oh, my God, they're so dangerous. Oh, good Lord. They're running and their weapons are down. I couldn't shoot them. Oh, I'm going to give up now. I'm giving up. I'm bowing to you. Then she walks up.
Oh, is that?
And this is what this is done for. And it's done in a stupid way because she's going to shoot them in the back. She's the person they were supposed to meet.
Oh.
So
where?
Get ready. Boom. She starts shooting him. She shoots him. And he gets up like, what happened? This is some of the dumbest fucking writing and direction I've ever seen in my fucking life. I expect better from Deborah Chow. This is all done Deus Ex Machina to make her the hero of the moment and have him having to be saved when it was completely unnecessary. He could have shot 3. She could have shot 3.
I guess they wanted him to get saved by a woman.
No
or something.
logic lost, but they fucking do this stupid fucking shit. God damn.
You said earlier she was who they were supposed to meet. Meet where?
Yeah. She is their point of contact that they were looking for in the episode. You find that out when they begin talking, that she's the one that, even though she's with the Empire, she helps people. And she works with that guy on the other planet. The
grifter?
A Jedi grifter guy, yeah.
Okay.
She works with him to help get people through the, I'm guessing this is like the underground train from Civil War.
Underground Railroad,
yeah, Underground Railroad. It's just they're hitting on these points and just doing really not well at it. There had to be, look, they could have shown Dennis. They could have shown her being strong by her taking out 3 and him taking out 3. It was stupid that there were only 3.
Yeah,
and then he drops
just
down.
Just killed 6 at a thing, and then you have your backup coming, and there's half.
Killed him at any point. It's fucking stupid, badly written, badly directed. This is just fucking garbage writing. It's just fucking awful.
Are we not
don't kiss her; she'll poison you. Yeah, I know. I watched the show too. Yeah, she put the lipstick on and killed him. Yeah.
What?
He's talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, I thought she was the wife of the dude that got his face
yes,
crushed.
She is.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, this is the first logic failure is the gate itself. The way look how open that is to the left of that. And he's like, how do I get through the gate? Just walk around the fucking building.
Yeah, I mean, unless you were going to take the whatever that is.
He's so turned off of the Force, he loses the ability to reason. So I'm going to drop that off. Hopefully, I won't get copy struck on that. So we'll see.
So now,
keep that shit removed.
Did you ever notice that an entire system with a standing warrant for a very known and prominent Jedi, they can look him in the eye and not know who he is? They are looking for him, and they cannot recognize him.
Yeah, and he's still wearing a Jedi outfit, basically. He still has kind of like he looks roughly the same as he did in Episode 3 in the little bounty hunter picture they show, where his beard's a little longer, hair's a little longer, but he's like still wearing a freaking Jedi robe, you know?
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, if you really want a good breakdown of what went wrong with Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett, go to Midnight's Edge and check out their new video Andre put together, Tom edited. It's a great video, and it goes into the Vanity Fair official bio for Lucasfilm on what happened to Book of Boba Fett. And he pulls out what's useful in it and truthful. And then he says, Andre does a really good job of, this is bullshit right here. Pay no attention to this. This is shill marketing. This is truth. This is bullshit. And this is half truth. But we can find from these other articles the whole truth. Go watch that video when you get a chance. It's really good. Andre's take on the Book of Boba Fett. Great breakdown. It's facts. It's not just his opinion. It's facts. You can tell things went wrong, and things went wrong for Jon Favreau. And this is what I said early on, that, yeah, it looks like he dropped the ball, but when you break down what really was going on in the background on everything, you realize he was absolutely powerless to do anything. This was absolutely the writers group, and I now take it back. Richard Rodriguez was not the guilty party here. It was absolutely Kathleen Kennedy and the Star Wars writers group.
Robert.
But I want to go back to this episode. So I wrote this down. I will commend them later on this episode for having Obi-Wan do what Man of Steel failed to do with the Zod battle, and he takes the threat of Vader away from the people, the citizens. So, because he sees they're being hurt because of him. So he takes the fight out into nowhere land, no man's land, where there's no people. And that's what he's really making sure. He's checking. You think he's running, but what he's really doing is he's being very strategic in everything he's doing. I'm watching him going, oh, I see what he does. That was smart. So they can do smart shit in the script. Then they do stupid shit again. Now, I don't interpret his running from Vader as done out of fear, but giving Leia and that woman, what is her name? Tala. He gives Tala a chance to get away, to get to the freighter, because he leaves them in the tunnel, and makes the Imperial troops and Darth Vader pursue him. So also, Vader is right when he tells Obi-Wan when they meet. He says, "You should have killed me when you had the chance." Delivers that line. Great line. And from what I read, that is James Earl Jones doing the lines. Hollywood Reporter and other magazines said that he returned to do the voice of Darth Vader.
I saw.
So I like that.
They put a screenshot from the credits on a tweet, and one of he got his own entire screen. It said "Voice of Darth Vader, James Earl Jones."
Yeah, see, I love that. It was great. But he is right when he said, "You should have killed me when you had the chance," because Obi-Wan was a fucking dick for leaving him alive to suffer. I don't care if he was the enemy. I don't care if he's taken on the dark side of the Force. That guy was your brother. You yell him, "You are my brother!" Jesus Christ, and put him out of his misery. Of course, then the Emperor would have had to revive him. That's all they would have had to have done, to revive him. But, Obi-Wan's a dick, fucking left him there to suffer. So payback's a bitch. Vader does the same thing back to him. Knocks out some flammable rocks and sets him on fire with his lightsaber, and using the Force choke on him, lifts him up and drops him into the middle of the flames. I'm like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a little good. Karma's a motherfucker, man. Karma's a motherfucker. You should have killed him. He could have been revived, but you should have killed him. But anyway, now the problem I have then is once he puts the fire out and Obi-Wan's laying there suffering in pain, burned, a robot and the girl Tala show up. She leaves Leia, which makes No fucking sense. You don't leave a child to make the rest of the way when you know Imperial forces, and they're probably bounty hunters too there looking for him. You're just gonna let Leia run. Well, go ahead, make your way. I'll go back and help Obi-Wan. Fucking dumb. Just dumb. It's once again, it's the whole we got to have the girl save the guy thing. It's a constant theme with Star Wars now. You know, the girl has to save the guy. Has to. Guys can't save girls so easily and so readily and so heroically, but a woman can. I'm like, and you're doing it in a way that sacrifices good storytelling.
You're doing it all wrong.
I guess
nobody would leave a child to fucking run.
Well,
and of course she runs into Reva in the fucking tunnel.
Yeah, so the podcast
anyway,
guys,
so she gets over there, shoots after Vader puts the rocks out, she ignites the flames again, and he's separated. He's not in the fire anymore. And her lifter droid comes walking over, and Vader just watches. Like, oh, the Force doesn't work on mech. I can't lift that droid up and stop it from doing whatever.
I'm glad I'm not watching.
This is really fucking stupid writing. And the droid walks off with him. And Darth Vader's just watching. And again, they could all just run around the fire. The fire isn't infinite. It goes only so far. They could have run around the fucking fire.
Oh, kind of like the laser effect.
Vader has, in the same scene, in the same shot, he has already put out the fire with the Force. Why doesn't again?
Logic failure number 3 was the leaving Leia in the tunnel. Failure 4 is not running around the fucking fire. And failure number 5 is Vader not using the Force to stop the droid. Logic issues in their own script. Just really stupid shit. I mean, it's when you have a logic problem, that means it's illogical, which means it's stupid. So that's my problem with episode 3. In between, there was some neat stuff going on. I did like the initial assault on the stormtroopers. It was fun until it got stupid when the trooper took her hostage.
There was a clip one of the guys showed me yesterday where he says like where Obi-Wan goes, what have you become? And he goes, I am what you made me, or something like that. And
yes.
So it sounds like there's like maybe like little teeny tiny snippets like that you could clip out.
You get these little nuggets of good stuff followed by absolute dipshittery.
Nonsense. Yeah.
Read this one, Gerry.
Hey, we're dudes in distress. No more damsels in distress. I'm gonna get a refill, guys. I'll be right back.
Look, Joe, I got to tell you, I am so happy that. Oh, wait a minute. I was wanting to address this one right here first. I'm so happy that they got Christensen in there to play Vader. I'm so happy they got James Earl Jones, and there are, like I said, moments of delight in each episode, followed by absolute dipshittery. They can't be consistent. There's nothing, and it's the same problem I have with Star Trek Strange New Worlds is good stuff followed by stupid shit. Logical, good, illogical, dumb. And both shows are guilty of it. Both shows have good, both shows have a crap load of bad. But I got to tell you, I am finding the last 2 episodes of Strange New Worlds somewhat enjoyable because I really like the dynamic between Pike and Spock. That dynamic should be between Pike and number 1, but again, they don't know what to do with her. And I know for a fact that fucking character they stole from The Expanse is in there. What's her name? Noonien Singh, something Noonien Singh. She's related to Khan somehow. She was part of the eugenics program.
Oh my
that
God.
she was like thrown in last minute. You can just feel it because she doesn't really fit in anywhere. She's not likable in any way. She's not. I know good characters. She's not a good character. Number one right now is a weak character. She should be a much better character. And I get kind of tired of the girl fight thing. It's like girls can only fight girls. Well, how do you show how strong number one is when you have her only fight another female that's supposedly strong? You get no, it's just a girl fight. Well, we're showing how powerful they are by fighting each other because she's powerful. You're saying she's powerful. You're not showing she's powerful. How do you show that she's powerful? You show that she's powerful by having her fight somebody that is obviously bigger or stronger. But far be it from them to do something logical. Well, I got to tell you, the whole scene was so contrived. I expected better. It was very contrived. I understood that Obi-Wan was basically trying to lure him away, but that he got taken down like such a pussy by Vader. I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't even trying.
Oh, the fight was so lame, man.
I was just, and I understand that he's 10 years out of practice. He's been disconnected from the Force voluntarily.
That's bullshit.
So that he doesn't give up Luke's location. I get it, but really, I don't know. So I get it that somewhere in there they're trying to show a character arc with Obi-Wan, and I'm hoping that that's what they're trying to do. Because he should be one way at the beginning of the series, and he should be something else by the end of it. That is your character arc. And in this one, he's disconnected, a little broken from, warriors become broken. And sometimes they need to find a way or, get help. So I kind of appreciate that. Oh, hey, what did Lindsay say? What I find disturbing is that the Star Wars canon is supposedly being. It's so-called fans who claim to care about Star Wars are too busy nodding their heads with Lucasfilm on their toxic fans narrative. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Look, they run fast and loose with the fucking canon. My problem is why don't you run fast and loose with stuff that's good? Because I know that Obi-Wan was there and saw the hologram where Anakin kneeled before the Emperor and was named Lord Vader. I know that. But that is one thing that maybe he forgot, that he, or just he didn't notice it. We don't know. I mean, with the way they're running around, everybody calling him Obi-Wan in front of Leia.
Yeah.
And he's like, I prefer to be called Ben. I'm called Ben now, but they're still saying Obi-Wan right in front of her twice, and she can't know who he is because the video denotes clearly she doesn't know him nor expects her to. She doesn't expect him to know who she is, even though he does clearly. But she says, "You served with my father in the Clone Wars," in as a means to introduce herself. In the video, but
I can't remember who said it.
Loose with canon, but at the same time, they play fast and loose with canon they shouldn't fuck with, and they don't fuck with the little things, the tiny things that they could fuck with.
Laughing at Brandon's comment there. That's so true.
What's that one?
Nuggets buried in heaping piles of shit.
Yeah, exactly, Brandon. Tree Rock, hey, what's going on? Awesome one. It's good to see you. Peter Venkman fan side. Hey, what is up? Let me see who else is here. And I should say hi to Lindsay, the Cynical Geek, too. Even though I did respond to you, I didn't say hello to you. Let me see who else jumped in. Did I get everybody?
Oh, we have a ton of people today.
Yes, it's really good to see you guys.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Great morning. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys, we have got a great fucking show tonight and tomorrow. We've got today the amazing granddaughter of Frank Frazetta, artist herself. I've worked with her. Sarah Frazetta is on the show again. We've been planning this comeback, she and I. It's like, she's like, yeah, I want to come back. And I'm like, hell yeah. My hopes, though, because I didn't talk to her at first, I would have learned that they close the Frazetta Museum. But she has promised to do a live tour of the museum on our show February when they open up next year. So you're going to get to see that next year, guys. Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow we've got the amazing Paul Chatto. He's going to be on Saturday Morning Fun Time. Brandon's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm missing that one, unfortunately.
I think Deleted Scene's going to be there. I don't know what his work schedule is. Of course, Martin would be there in the background, possibly popping up every once in a while.
Background?
Well, I'm going to be there. What?
No background with Frazetta? Man.
Oh wait, what is it? What is this? I've said the same thing, especially about JJ. JJ lost the ability to write after Mission Impossible 4, and he just can't seem to write. And all he does is plot point. He likes to do plot and plot twist, and he overuses it because people forget it's writer, and I'm a writer. As much as I'm an artist making my living doing art, I write a lot. And in fact, my writing partner is in the chat right now, Joe Zeitz. Jay Zeitz right here, this guy right here. He and I are working on a screenplay together right now. Basically, what you do when these guys do that shit, it's crazy. So I'm very critical of other writers when they don't understand how to use a plot device. Plot is a device. You can have a story without a plot. You can't have a plot without a story. That's just how it works. And JJ is in love with the fucking plot twists. What is that fucking movie with Khan in it? Star Trek Into Darkness. Just ridiculous. Like every 10 minutes, a plot twist. It got so fucking annoying. I was sitting there in my seat going, oh. I was getting so annoyed watching the movie. But did Jay Zeitz say anything about writing with me? No, he doesn't fucking no. Troy Duffy. Yeah. This is why I want to pull a Troy Duffy and write what I want to see. Exactly. Troy Duffy is a cocksucker as a guy, man. He really is. Fucking dislikable. He really is. But god damn it, that first movie right out of the gate. And if you guys don't know what that is, Boondock Saints.
Oh my!
Troy Duffy. I mean, nobody wants to work with that guy. Nobody, except for the people who star in his fucking movies because they like the way he writes. Now he fucked up a little bit with Boondock Saints too, but I'm looking forward to seeing the third film. They've been talking for a long time, man. But I agree with you, Joe. Oh man, Troy Duffy, fucking write what you love. That's right. So let's see. What did Tree say there? I'm putting it back there again. Obi-Wan didn't sense danger. I think he did. They show him actually react to what's going on outside before he sees it. And what he's reacting to isn't what's happening to the people as much as he's reacting to the fact that he sensed Vader. So they showed that.
Well, but you have at the start of episode 1 of this show, the Jedi and her Padawans, they are also dandy. We are here training and shit, and the freaking temple is under fire. The moment Anakin step in with the troops, all Jedi should have sent a disturbance on the Force.
There's always shit like that, dude. Always. Little things like that annoy me because, look, when you create, every story has a logic area. It's a bubble, and it needs to stay inside that. You can't go outside that logic. If you do, you lose your audience. The other thing they referred to that as is something of disbelief.
Suspension of disbelief.
The suspension of disbelief. Disbelief can be suspended when you create the rules of your universe. They got to make sense. They have to make sense, and everything that occurs within the story have to make sense to that logic that you create. And when you break that logic, you lose people like me. It's like I get frustrated watching people who break their own logic. So do you know Irene, author of Fiendish? She worked at IDW. Her former this is one of those jokes I just want to make. So everybody at IDW know each other, right? Yeah, all of us that work at IDW, all few thousand of us. But no, go back. I'm not done with that. I do not know who that is, but I'll check out her. Irene. What does she have a last name? And I'm not talking again until Awesome One replies to me. I'm going to wait. I'm going to move on, but let me know her last name, and I'll look it up and see if, because I could probably get her on. I'm close friends with Tom Waltz. I can't get him on this show. He is terrified of me. Not as a person, but as a personality. He's terrified of my personality, that I might hurt his career. Because he's like head writer over there for everything.
Irene Strikolaski. I'll have to copy and paste.
Okay, can you look that up for me?
Yeah, I'll
and share that with me. So let's see. Anybody else jumping in yet that I haven't said hi to? I want to make sure I say hi to everybody.
Put it in the private chat.
Oh yeah, thank you, man.
Yep.
And I will. That's a $20 name right there. Holy crap!
Right. Yeah.
Let me go look her up real quick, and then I'll go back to it after the show. And the show is going to be a little short today. I cannot stay here, much over an hour, because I've got the big show today, and I'm also in the middle of doing artwork. I'll go ahead and share it with you guys again. Photoshop. There we go. Turn this on. Share screen. Sharing the screen there, Gerry. Here you go. All right. This is my second pass at the page. First pass was this. I actually drew this on paper. And then I took a snapshot of it, brought it into Photoshop, and then started drawing over top of it this is my second pass. And then I will do a third pass to be my finished pencils. And then I will deliver that to Master Inker Richard Bonk from Marvel and DC. He's a good friend of mine, and we work together on multiple projects. I love working with that guy. Trying to get him on the show, man. God, he's a tough one to get. I got to tell you, comic pros are fucking squirrely as shit. They really are. But that's a sneak peek of one of the comics I'm working on. I can't tell you what it's about. But you can see the artwork. I do scare some people. They're terrified to be in a conversation with me in public because I fucking say what I'm thinking, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the repercussions of it. It hurt my career. I don't care. I don't care. I got mad about it. And I don't know if I've ever said it, talked about it here, but I was being scouted by Marvel Comics, and I can't say the name of the guy that was scouting me. He was the head of talent at the time, new talent, and he was very interested in me. He thought I'd be really good for some of the comics that were more realism based rather than superhero, because he saw that he knew I didn't like working on superhero comics. It's just not I like reading them, like looking at them, but I am not a fan of drawing them. I don't want to look at that. I want to do military stuff, combat, action. That's the stuff I like to do, fighting. But they were just really into me. And we were talking, and he was communicating with me on a regular basis. Then all of a sudden, nothing. It just died. And I just happened to be close friends with his first cousin. And I talked to his first cousin. I said, "Hey, man, I'm not getting any response back on any emails or phone calls. What's going on? What happened? Did I say something wrong?" You know, I'm really good at interviews, job interviews, so I couldn't understand what was going on, and they went and looked into it and got back to me, and I can't say anybody's names because it could affect family. So they reported back to me that the head of Marvel Comics at that time was shown my work, showed great interest until looking at my portfolio and the information about me that I am close friends and work with Chuck Dixon. And Chuck Dixon is kryptonite at Marvel at that time. The head of Marvel at that point, who got fired not long after this, about 8 months after this shit happened, he told him not to hire me and not to talk to me anymore because of my association with Chuck Dixon. And I told Chuck Dixon, I said, "Thanks, motherfucker." He just laughed. This is not the first time. I'm like, yeah, I bet it's not. And I said, I told him, I said, I'd rather be friends with you than work at Marvel. You know, yeah, okay paycheck, but I got to be honest, people are better than money.
Well, yeah, that and Marvel would just probably have you draw some woke ass shit. You'd hate yourself.
Oh,
anyway.
fucking yeah. I have a big niece who thought he was a pregnant ox. More like a pregnant Sasquatch. There is Mexican Iron Man. Holy shit, dude. Thank you, sir.
Super chat.
I'll see that in about 30 days. That's the thing I hate about Google ads is, they're it's just, every 30 days, it's like, look, man, you take 30% out. You should give me quicker access to it for that, just because you took so much out. I mean, every other surface takes out 3 to 3.5%. 30% you take.
That's crazy. It's that much.
And Google won't fucking let you have access to it for 30 days. So I'm like, whatever, man. Fuck you guys. Google and YouTube, they're fucking assholes. Be drinking soy latte now if he joined Marvel. Oh, no, dude. I worked at a magazine in Illinois. It was the number one alternative news magazine in the state. Roger Ebert used to work for him. And it was called the Octopus Magazine. And it was doing well, man, from the early 80s all the way through the 90s. And then it got bought by that major news corporation up in New Jersey. I forget the name of it. God, the name almost came to me just now. Gannett Publishing, is that it? Gannett Publishing out of New Jersey? I think that was the name. They bought it and then shut it down. And everybody, I was already at another job by that point. I was lead artist for a advertising agency. But man, I hated hearing all my friends lose their jobs. It was a great magazine. I did artwork for them, and I was their one of their critics, movie critics.
It's just called Gannett
Interviews with Celebrities. Since 1995, I was published as a journalist and editorialist. But while I worked there, I was the only conservative there. Everybody else was huge liberals, and we all loved each other. We all got along really well. But I remember one time I had to watch this movie, and I didn't like the way it treated veterans. I thought it was disrespectful to veterans, and so I gave it a bad review, just solely off of that. And Paul, my editor in chief, was like, "Oh, Gerry," he was Chinese. He's like, "Oh, Gerry, don't you think you could maybe watch it again and maybe?" And I'm like, "Dude, no. That one scene in the film fucking triggered me." And it was one of my favorite actors. We lost him, Bill Paxton, that played the character. He plays an Iraq war veteran, and he's all fucking racist and shit. And I'm like, man, fuck, man. That's all people think, that we're gun-toting crazies that hate black people or anybody of any color or race. Just fuck off with that. Some of the greatest, most peaceful people you'll ever meet are fucking veterans. And as one of my veteran friends said, you can't really call yourself peaceful unless you have been a warrior of some kind, because otherwise you're just harmless. Don't call yourself peaceful. You're harmless. You have to have been something more than peaceful to become peaceful. And I'm like, what a great philosophy. I love that. That's the warrior mindset. So let's get back. Mexican Iron Man, I want to thank you. Let's read the where's it at?
Super chat.
Super chat. There we go. I'm here for Ross's host with Ross's commentary and Ross's live stream action. Lucasfilm says we're all racist, so I'm embracing it and need more racism action. Yeah, look, man, if you didn't catch it earlier, Mexican Iron Man, Mike, I actually called Reva a terribly written character and poorly acted by whoever that actress is. I don't give two shits about her color. What I care about is if she can act.
Moses
She
Ingram,
can't fucking
I believe.
act. She's terrible. It's a terrible character. I put it right up there. Keith agrees with me on this. Right up there with the clone girl in the last Jurassic World movie. She's a horrible, evil character. And all she deserves is to fucking die. And the same thing goes for this character, Reva. She's
going to end up being
she needs to die a miserable death.
I agree, but according to
there's no redemption from
3PO and others, and it really does seem like
I believe that rumor is true, that
they're giving her a hero.
She's going to be the true hero savior of the series. Yeah. And Obi-Wan's going to be a cuck in his own fucking show. Yeah. They're going to do the classic Disney bait and switch.
That's why I can't watch it anymore. I mean, I enjoy talking to you guys about it, and when you tell me there's something cool, I'll check it out, or you can show me clips, but I'm not going through what I went through with Picard with Obi-Wan because.
Oh yeah. Hey, Sherry is here. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you, Arwen. I know you're not afraid of me. You cackle at me when I say things to you. I love her cackle. She's got a great.
Can you believe? Speaking of, in reference to Awesome One's comment saying evil women are now saints, can you believe that people are still standing up for, not just people, but like big media organizations are still standing up for Amber Heard? Can you believe this? Even after she's lost?
I didn't think they were going to back down. They're always going to double, triple, quadruple. They're just going to keep dropping that money down. They're going to keep doing it. They're never going to change their tune. Not while you have the same people working the same fucking jobs. What does it say? The lovely show. Oh, yeah, we're doing sure. Let's see. Anything new? Yeah, dinos. I don't know if you guys caught what I said to her on the last Scoop Zone. I said, it's people like you that keep getting Hollywood to give us shitty movies because you don't take them to the mat. I just want to watch dinosaurs. Love you, Arwen. Gary, evil women are now saints. Yeah. Well, Disney started the whole movement of that with, what's her name? Maleficent, or whatever her name is. Did it get the name right?
Yeah, Maleficent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just two dumb fucking movies. They take the guy, the tragic father figure, and turn him into the villain. Now she can be redeemed, but not him. Men can't be redeemed. Like,
see, I'm glad I didn't watch either of those.
I'm so glad my daughter doesn't like those movies. She's going to be on today. Yeah. Maybe I'm stalking you, Mexican.
Giggity.
Oh, James Ritter is here. Hello, James Ritter. Well, the media is evil. Yes, they are.
Don't forget to hit that like button, folks.
Yeah, feel free to leave a comment. And I really do appreciate it because you guys are really picking up on leaving comments, man. It helps us. But when you leave a comment, if you want me to talk about something in particular, leave ideas. If you got some ideas that you would like us to talk about or cover, I'm always glad to do it, man. I'm always glad. I'm all right, Gary. My wife laughs at me when I try to assert my authority as a husband. Hey, I'm all happy with women laughing at us. I just hate it when they point and laugh.
Especially if it's like,
yeah, pointing down. It's like, hey, I was swimming.
It's cold outside.
It's cold in here.
Yeah.
This summer, I need to go visit my buddy later this summer. Hey, by the way, Joe Zeitz is here, became a member today. Thanks again, Joe. Joe is my writing partner. We've basically started working on two projects here, but we're currently really working heavily on one called The Darker. And it is my nod to classic 80s horror. And even Joe will tell you, man, that shit was fucking cool. The story is really cool. And writing it with him is a lot of fun. We ran into one situation during the writing I thought was really cool. Is I accidentally gave him a scene that I was also writing. And that's what we do is we break up the scenes. You got to know your writer's strengths, and he's really good with these things. I'm really good with certain things. My buddy Charlie's really good at dialogue, talking head scenes. So Joe and I pretty much split up all the really cool action scenes. The only thing I kept to myself were specific meaty scenes, which scene, I think it's scene 15. No, it's further on. I think it's further on. Scene 25. That takes place in the maps and records department of this small town, which is based on the town I'm from in Virginia. And little did I know he also was writing it. So we wrote it. And it was really interesting to see the similarities between what we wrote. And the one thing that I really focused on, and then the one thing that he focused on. And I'm like, holy shit, we got to find a way to pull some of that and put it together. Oh, I fucking love that. That was a lot of fun. What was this? What if I leave Gerry is gay comment every video? I don't know how I would react to that. I might laugh at it, or I might go, "Oh man, look, man, you're exposing me. I'm nervous."
Dust Wolf, and I didn't lose brain cells, but I definitely did. My blood pressure definitely went up. That's for sure. So,
okay, I think I missed something. Oh, E. Hernandez. They can't change the narrative, otherwise they will look bad. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how they kind of look at it. What they're saying is they're incapable of learning.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like
by
when you
not
get
changing
new
their narrative. It's like,
when you learn new
I
information.
never really thought about it that way.
Mhm.
You learn things. Everybody learns things. I learn things on this show. I learn things working with my friends. I just fucking people. And I guess I did finally finish Picard. I think I actually and watching it.
Let me.
Oh, that's when I was talking about my blood pressure. Yeah, that comment.
Oh, did they bring back Wesley Crusher?
Yes, they did, and it was cringe. And he didn't even. And his acting was like he wasn't even acting, And his eyes were. It was god awful. And if
the only thing he's ever done that was any good to me was Stand By Me.
Oh, I liked it in Toy Soldiers when he got shot up. That was
yeah, he did get killed.
My favorite. Yeah.
Let me see. Where are we now?
Oh, I do fear the chonklers. Don't you worry about that.
Well, I got to tell you, Dennis,
actually, I got mine on today, so I can fire them back at her.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
I know.
I like the chat going on. Arwen's got to leave. Bye, Arwen.
Bye, Arwen.
Oh, here we go. Yes, working together is freaking blast. I know. I love Joe. I really do. He's one of my. I'd like to be closer friends with him, but we don't get to talk as much as I like. And he's he's running a ranch out there in California, having to deal with that shit. So I'm lucky I get to spend any time with him. Gerry is only gay for Mad Mardigan. I like Mad Mardigan. We have fun. Yes, working together is freaking awesome. Yeah, you can take over now again. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so you men with Latina women in your lives, yeah.
Oh, hey, do me a favor, Dennis. Ask your wife that. Do you see his question in the chat? Come on, Martine.
It's moving. Here it is.
Yeah, ask your wife that.
I think Martine's wife is Latina too.
Yeah, very.
What did I say the other day? For a white woman, she's got a really good Mexican accent.
She's
I could hear her in the background when he was talking to me. She was doing her work. She's works as is it call center? What does she do?
No, she's aftermarket manager from.
Okay. She was on a conference call. That's right. It was a conference call.
Yeah.
Buenos days, boys.
Uh-oh. She caught me. She's here. Hey.
Hi,
don't pay
Stacey.
any attention to the chat or comments like the one on the screen now.
Don't scroll up to read anything.
Yeah.
or scroll the show back to watch things that were said. Not by me or by Martin, but by
I've been very quiet
Okay.
and reserved this episode.
this guy right
actually.
over here, right there.
I got excited when I got a refill of my coffee. You talked about Strange New Worlds for all of like 5 seconds, and then I came back, and then you were back on Obi-Wan, which is soul crushing.
And by the way, this is a double shot. And by the way, again, thanks, guys. I got enough coffee to last me a while. 2 of those, baby. Coffee's expensive though. With Industrial Light and Magic owned by Disney, no wonder special effects has tanked. Now, wait a minute.
Did you guys see the Orville? Or go ahead, sorry.
Was that part of the I forgot. Was that part of the purchase with Lucasfilms? Because Industrial Light and Magic was its own company. But was that I'm assuming that must have been acquired. Because otherwise, what was the point? So yeah, I guess it was bought. Watch movie Equal Justice was about a town that burnt down a local newspaper for supporting racial integration. Wonder if we will return to actual burnings and violence for standing for truth. I don't know, man. I can tell you that a lot of my veteran buddies have been stockpiling, and that's why we're moving to a farm.
Yeah,
to get the fuck out of the cities. Because I just see this current administration making it even worse. The economy, gas prices in Missouri are above $4. Missouri. Wow. It's always cheaper here because we have our own supplies here in Missouri. Fucking expensive. An enemy to the United States and every American citizen is fuel speculators. Thank Henry Kissinger for the authority and power that they have in changing fuel prices. They do it and they lie. They actually do not explain why they change the prices. Fuel speculators are full of shit because supply and demand didn't change, but the price went up suddenly.
Yeah. So ILM, to answer your question from earlier, they are a subsidiary of Lucasfilm, so they were a part of the purchase.
They are. Okay. It makes sense that would be part of the purchase that they would get. But yeah, man.
Oh wow, Crimea River. We're above 5 here in Vegas. It's terrible. It's
damn 5
over 5, and it just keeps going up. It's like
well, I saw in California. It's was it $6 and $8?
Good Lord,
8.
Yeah, for a gallon of gas. That's ridiculous.
I remember when the British used to complain that they were paying like $3 a gallon. When we were paying like 75 cents a gallon.
Dude, I remember, and Gary, you're a little older than me, so you probably remember even cheaper. I remember paying
prettier than you.
You are. I've got a lot of city miles on me. I've been in a lot of wrecks. But I remember a time where I was paying 79 cents a gallon for gas in Kansas. 79 cents a gallon. You know, and now it's over $5. I just can't believe it, man. I'm thinking about leaving Vegas for the first time. I used to love living here, but everything's gotten more expensive out here. Everything, clear across the board, everything. And I know people will say, "Oh, well, it's like that everywhere." No, we've had such a huge influx of people. Like there was a mass exodus from California, and they're flooding Nevada and Texas for some reason. Then we've had a bunch of people from Chicago for whatever reason. So the housing supply isn't meeting the demand. So rent is like doubled. Like, you know, my ex-wife, when she got her apartment, she was only paying like $900 a month for it, and now they want $1,500 a month for it. It's not quite double, but it's like what, like a 35-40% increase or something like that. It's ridiculous. You know, gas when I got here was really cheap. Now it's over $5. Groceries are insane, if they even have anything. Do you guys have that problem where like you go to the grocery store and lots of stuff is just not there? You know, like,
oh my God, Walmart. It was over a month. You couldn't get any of the store brand drinks because that's what we always buy. I buy. Yeah. I'm a very frugal person.
Yeah,
I prefer to buy off brand rather than name brand because I know many times they're actually manufactured by the same manufacturer.
Yeah,
and people don't know that. It's like you're buying the same product. This is a secondary product that they produce specifically to be packaged by the major stores that they work with, and they drop the price, and it's one of the ways that they keep making money. Let's go, Brandon.
Well, I want to respond to the comment before that, which is, this one, dude.
Oh shit!
He
$9.
He could open up the Federal Reserves and instantly lower the price of gas.
Absolutely.
This is some type of bullshit political chess game, and who's paying for it? The middle and lower class. That's who's
warning people. Watch out for the radical left.
Yeah, man.
They are in the government. The radical left is manipulating the Democratic Party the same way that the religious right manipulates the Republican Party. But I'm more terrified at this point of radical left than I am the religious right. I don't like the religious right.
I never thought that would happen.
I'm not as scared of them right now as I am terrified of the radical left.
I'm on the exact same page as you, bro, and I never thought I would say that. Because radical right evangelical Christians about 10, 15 years ago frightened the shit out of me. You know what I mean? And now it's like these crazy far left.
Well, you know that I'm a Democrat, really.
Yeah.
I'm not a Republican. I only voted once as a Republican to get John McCain out of office. Because in Arizona, in order to vote in the primaries,
Nevada's
you
the
have
same.
to be of that party.
Nevada's the same. So like
I hate that shit.
I do too, because I have to like.
I've always been an independent, but I've majority of my life, except for certain offices, I have voted for Democrats. The problem is the Democratic Party became infiltrated by these radical leftists, and they're very dangerous to our economy.
Yeah, I like how they call themselves
dangerous to our infrastructure.
Progressives, like that's the code
well,
word for
progressive
radical
is
leftists.
really one of the problems, but people need to define the progressive, because Teddy Roosevelt was a progressive, but he was a Republican.
Yeah.
Why was he a progressive? Because he believed that we need to watch out for the little guy, and that you had to manage corporations so that they didn't get monopolies, that little companies were getting drowned out, smothered, and driven out of business by these bigger companies. And that these big companies absolutely do take advantage of their employees if you don't have some sort of oversight. The problem is, I think it should be citizen oversight, not government. Citizen oversight over businesses would be far smarter. Government doesn't know how to fucking oversight anything. They're horrible. They're the worst people at it. Tell me the last time the fucking Senate balanced a checkbook. Not in our lifetime.
No, I was about to say, I don't think, not in my lifetime. I know they claimed in the 90s that the budget was balanced, but that's the budget.
That's different.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Yeah. So
no, I feel you there.
I can't believe I'm talking politics. I don't like
either.
talking politics
Well,
in public.
Let's get off of this.
But here's the simple truth of who I am. I am a Hubert Humphrey Democrat, which also means I'm a Hubert Humphrey conservative, because when you look at his politics compared to those in office today, he is way to the right of them. And that's what I am. I'm very patriotic. I serve my country. I believe in, absolutely believe in supporting and protecting the poor. And I believe in socialized programs, but I don't believe in socialism. Socialism doesn't work. It doesn't. Socialism is soft communism. Communism doesn't work. They are absolutely connected. They cannot be disconnected. Socialism and communism can't be disconnected. They're the same. They're like the head and tail of an animal.
Yeah,
they're connected, and people don't understand that. The way to explain it, and I always do this, is a wheel of cheese. Okay, socialism says just feed on that. Everybody feeds on the wheel of cheese. Eventually, what happens to the wheel of cheese? It's gone. Then what do? And that's the problem.
Gerry picks on me because I'm a registered libertarian, but I'd rather be that than.
I don't pick on you for being a libertarian. I pick on libertarians that run for office because they're fucking out of their minds.
Yeah, usually they are. Unfortunately,
I've never seen a sane libertarian run for office, not once.
Yeah,
that last election previously. Oh my fucking god! The guys from New Mexico, we're going to be co-presidents. You don't understand how the system works. Awesome. Not voting for you.
I asked that earlier.
It's
I don't
gone.
know. Okay, so show's over.
Yes, I have, Bill. I have. I talked about it on Wednesday, or did I talk about Thursday? Yesterday morning. I think I talked about it.
I missed your show yesterday, but
I loved it. I loved it. It's everything that Star Trek and Star Wars should be. In fact, they have mixed in two different kinds of genres of science fiction now. Because a war has started, they now have fighters.
Yeah. Oh, the little fighter plane that they.
That was cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
It's like Battlestar, Star Wars, and Star Trek all rolled into one fucking show. It's written well.
Yeah. And and there wasn't any over the top, so I was expecting there to be a little bit of the Seth MacFarlane comedy crap. It was there
was no comedy in it.
There was no, it was such a deep, serious, I cried 3 times because, I'm a suicide survivor. And that whole episode, that's why I don't even saw my tweet. I almost felt like they should have had a trigger warning, and at the end they should have had the suicide prevention phone number, because that episode was really serious. It was really
because it dealt with suicide.
Yeah,
and it was powerful that Isaac did that.
Yeah,
that he saw that the world was better without him.
Yeah, and he came to it from a non-emotional logical standpoint, which gave you a different. And I loved how at the end when he's getting analyzed or whatever by Claire, she helps him realize the whole, well, you didn't take into account after the fact, people who attempt suicide are meshing their present with their future and not even thinking about the future. And it was really interesting using an artificial life form to tackle that subject. I liked it a lot. I mean, obviously it was a way for them to cheat.
And I loved how they really focused on the people impacted by it and what he did. I just fucking love the episode. I also like the fact that new female character,
Charlie,
she's kind of a cunt.
Yeah.
But you kind of understand her.
Yeah.
She's like Scotty was in that one episode where he had to deal with an alien race that had killed friends of his in warfare.
Scotty, no, O'Brien.
No, Scotty in Star Trek.
Well, they've used that a few times, just like with Kirk and Klingons. Never
O'Brien. Oh my god, I forgot about that. O'Brien went through the same thing.
Yeah,
they did the same
with
thing
the
in
Kardashians
series too.
Yeah, with the Kardashians.
I might be okay, hold on. It's not. It was the other character, and he ends up. Well, I got to go back and watch the episode to be sure what I'm talking about. But I do know that he was impacted by something and was paranoid. It was the cloud. It was this cloud that was assaulting the ship. Kirk had a history with it, and so did this other character, Ensign Ricky. Ensign Ricky was freaked out, and so both of them had to come to deal with their post-traumatic stress and understand that they're dealing with a sentient being, and they need to try to stop it in a logical way. It was one of those great episodes. But anyway,
look who's here to defend himself.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is here. Hello
Hello
there. Hello there. And with that, right when Obi-Wan gets here, we end the show.
Good.
I'm sorry. Wait. I cannot have a show with a force wielder. No, my coffee's gone, and that's when the show ends. It's over. Great discussion today, guys. Really good. I hope you guys in the chat. Almost 30 people right now. Really grew. I'm so glad. I hope this show. I'm going to keep doing it as long as you guys want to watch it, man. It's the only reason I'm doing this is to hang out with you guys. Isaac is a second generation Kalon. Look at your mom, fucking nerding out.
Yeah, I love it. Well, where do you think I get it from?
Oh, yeah, get an emotional chip from Data. But welcome, Obi-Wan Kenobi, whoever you actually are. Hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you subscribe and stick around. I'm here Monday through Friday.
You have the chat list.
And thank you. I'm here Monday through Friday. 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I will be here for at least an hour. Sometimes it's 2 hours. We went 3 hours the other day. And I'm like, I can't do that. Keith is here. What is up? The black guy arrives.
Well, what is it? We always say he's on
Black Guy Time. Yeah.
Black Guy Time. Yeah.
Anyway,
Look
I
at
want to
that.
thank everybody who is here.
Oh, that's a funny
Arwen
comment.
Avalon, who is a close friend, a dear friend, and co-host of our show, the Chat Zone. I mean, the Chat Zone. Jesus Christ, I'm getting tired already. I haven't slept. I've not slept. I've been up for 36 hours.
You're a lunatic, man.
I didn't want to be. I tried to sleep, but Arwen and I do the Scoop Zone, which airs every Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
I thought it was Thursdays. You switched it to Tuesday.
No, it's switched to Tuesday.
Okay.
We shoot on Sunday and release on Tuesday, and I think it's a better day to release it because we're not competing with Mexican Iron Man with Midnight's Edge. So thank you, Arwen. I'm so glad you're here. Awesome one. Always good to see you guys, man. Bill Barkley. It's been a while since I've seen you. I think it was like last week. I think the last time I saw you. And I like this that we don't have too many people in the chat to where I can actually keep tabs on people. I actually keep tabs. I remember all you guys. Brandon, the anime guy, Christopher Moonlight, who's a good friend of mine, Darius Munchausen, suffering from the Munchausen syndrome. He is his own child, and he's constantly making himself sick for attention. Das Wolfen, my friend John, D-Bud Martin. Let's see, Das Wolfen. Did I say Das Wolfen?
Das Wolfen.
Oh, it's because you wrote Darius Munchausen twice. That's why I got confused. E. Hernandez was in the house. Gap Stargate. It's always good to see you. Hex Allen Comics. James Ritter. Joe Zeitz, my good buddy. LDG. Lindsay, the Cynical Geek. It was good seeing you. Marcus A. Mexican Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Now, seeing that how would you say that in Spanish?
Yo soy el hombre de hierro.
Now you're just showing off now. Fuck you. Thanks, Mexican Iron Man. Monkey Jeebus, one of my two favorite monkeys. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Pacific 414, Parrot Head, PJO. Real Wade Nation was here. Rob Altus, Rogue Disney, So the Oso, and of course the lovely Sherry. Comic Relief Crusader. Jutta Bubba. That's all a tongue twister for me. Jutta Butta. That's cool. And of course, Cece was here. It's always good seeing you, Cece. I wish you would be a regular part of our show. More than your man's. What? No, she is awesome. I'd like to have her back on. She's a lot of fun when she comes on. The Dork Knight became a member, and he just canceled his membership because I made that joke. I want to thank all you guys for being here, man. And if you ever want to tip me, go ahead, man, because it helps me buy donuts. The sugar-free donuts. And Cece, oh my God, yes, I would love to have you on a regular basis. You are just so much fun.
She should be on a Saturday.
I'm in love with you. Why he wants to marry you? Because you're fucking awesome.
Yeah, you should do the Saturday show because I have the Salty Nerd at the same time, so it would make sense for her to be on your Saturday panels.
Yeah, and well, that's it, guys. I want to thank everybody for enjoying the show today. I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's just, it's just like this Wednesday show with Steve, it's just us talking. That's why we call it Shit Talk with Steve and Gerry. And I'm just glad you guys show up and enjoy it. And I hope you guys always enjoy it. And I hope I keep seeing you every day. It makes me happy seeing you guys. But with that, we're the heck out of here. And join us at 2 o'clock Central Time today to see Sarah Frazetta.
Oh,
she will be in the house for a great interview. And then join us tomorrow, 12 noon Central Time. And we're going to have Paul Chetto on the show. Former network executive, screenwriter, amazing writer. I love his writing.
I work on your promos, man. You need to tell people who Sarah Frazetta is. She's, in Washington.
Sarah Frazetta is the granddaughter of Frank Frazetta and is the first child in that family to follow in her father's footsteps. Everybody
His
was born with
brand,
different abilities, but
you know.
she is, like me, followed. And both my parents were artists, and so I followed in their footsteps.
Yeah, and
my
we're
brother
talking.
Michael sort of did by being a landscaper, but that's what she is. She's an amazing artist. She found out she has the knack, and she's like, I can do this, and she does it. And that's how I met her.
And
because she worked on a comic series I worked on.
Anybody my age or older who's slightly perverted, whether you know it or not, you're familiar with Frank Frazetta's work. I promise you that.
Oh my God, Frank Frazetta is amazing. He's the shit. But
oh yeah,
we now bid you all adieu. That's right. I did a whole new outro. Yeah. I wonder if the end of things can be in there. Watch for it. Come on. You might be in there. Oh, not yet. Not yet. You might be coming. I don't know. Might have skipped Daniel. We'll see. Oh, no. Still not there yet.